Aloha and welcome to 808 Deaf News. Today's news is about the difficult situation on the north shore of Oahu. The erosion problem is eating away at the crumbling shoreline. The ocean is coming closer to homes and the shoreline is increasingly getting smaller. The North Shore has a permit residents need to follow from the State Department of Land and Natural Resources, DLNR. By complying with the permits, it would help mitigate the erosion. Earlier this month, they conducted a drone survey on the North Shore to make sure residents were in compliance. They found that 20 homes did not comply with the permit. Homeowners decided to do their own thing. They laid down rocks, sandbags, in hopes to stop the ocean from coming closer to their homes. Homeowners did this without getting permission from the state first. They were trying to help alleviate the problem, but at the same time, they created another problem. Animals, marine life, ocean environment are affected by the erosion of items that have been placed to protect their homes. These items are man-made and will seep into the ocean, polluting the ocean as well as other problems. Michael Kane, administrator of DLNR, Office of Conservation and Coastal Lands, said, "When we fix one environmental disaster, we create a new one." For example, if we remove these structures, then we will have cesspools and houses falling into the ocean. We don't know how to solve this problem. We look for role models in other coastal communities. Everyone is facing the same situation. If we can't find a solution, we need to retreat because we don't have any other option. The Honolulu City Council is also struggling with a bill to move new development farther back from the shoreline to 60 feet in urban areas and up to 130 in rural areas. The next part of the news is about travel. Japanese Prime Minister just announced that their travel restrictions will loosen up. Japan's ease on restriction will begin on October 11th. For 2 years, they have been under very tight restrictions, such as a cap on the number of tourists who were granted entry. Another one is including a fee attached to authorized groups. Travelers were confused and worried, so they chose not to travel to Japan. The number of visitors plummeted, causing tourism industry to suffer. Their currency, yen, dropped lower than the US dollar. They are ready to bring back tourists. Many tourists enter Japan, then decide to go to South Korea or Thailand. These countries have already eased their restrictions, welcoming visitors. Japan finally eased their restrictions. Hopefully more people will make their plans to visit Japan starting in October. an incredible experience in this last segment of today's news. In South Kona on the Big Island, Jason Freitas was fishing on his kayak, hoping to catch ahi or another kind of fish. And all of a sudden, he heard a big splash behind him. He turned and looked and saw a marlin jumping. He got his fishpole and tried to reel in the massive marlin. Holding on to the marlin, the fish took him for a ride that lasted 4 hours at 7-mile-per-hour speed. Finally, he was able to catch and reel it in. The fish was massive. He felt like it was a ride of a lifetime. This is history. To celebrate this excitement, they cooked it and gave away 100 pounds of food to friends and family. CSC is promoting IP Relay. What is IP Relay? And what does it have to offer? They offer an array of services. It connects to your phone when you want to communicate with other deaf, deafblind, hard of hearing, and people with speech disabilities, etc. You need to have internet to connect to this advice. Demonstrations to show you how it works is offered on October 5th, 2022 at 5:30 to 6:30 on Zoom. Click on the link to register. ASL interpreters and cart will be provided. If you are curious and want more information, please contact either Roz Kia, CSC Project Manager, or Lisa Ann Tom, Communications Relations Manager. Contact them for more information. Aloha! As you know, people will comment about the last summer holiday, Labor Day. After Labor Day, the seasons change to fall and winter. People will often say wearing white after Labor Day is not allowed. Don't do it. Hawaii is different. Hawaii has summer year-round, which means you can wear your white shirt, white pants, and white hat. It is allowed here. Aloha! More than 500,000 Americans who are deaf, hard of hearing, blind deaf use ASL to communicate as their native language. Growing up using their eyes to understand communication or their hands to tactile communication back and forth, that is ASL, their native language.